Hey, what's up? So, I am going to be filming a little what I eat in a week-ish sort of a thing. I absolutely hate meal prepping, but whenever I do it, I always eat a lot healthier, and I always feel like I see much more like better results in my skin, and I feel more confident throughout the week. I can see just like, I don't know, I feel better in general. And I feel like a lot of people also suffer with trying to figure out like easy things to make and things to eat. So I wanted to just put it out there, things that I eat that help me with my fitness journey, with confidence, with skincare, things like that just make me feel really good about myself, and frankly are really easy to prepare for a college student. This week I usually go to Aldi, so I usually only spend like $40 on groceries at the absolute max. This week I did spend a little bit more because I went to Payless, so like prices were a little bit different. But I did budget shop as much as I possibly could. But I also got a lot of food for this week. So yeah, but it's Sunday, it's like 5:30 p.m. and I'm gonna go start preparing a little bit of it so I don't have to try to cook it throughout the week as much, just because that's one of my biggest like problems is like time issues. So I'm gonna start preparing it now and kind of just show you guys how I'm prepping it as well, I guess. Okay, so basically the way that I meal prep, I kind of like sit down. It usually takes me about an hour. I just completely cut my head off. Like an hour before the day I go to the grocery store and kind of just like finding like either meal plans online or just like random recipes online. And then when I find ones that I know that I like, I end up actually just keeping them saved on, I have a little like recipes folder. It's not focusing. Recipes folder, there we go, on my laptop that I just started, and I need to change the icon for it to look cute like my other ones. But yeah, so I have some recipes saved in there, and then obviously I look at the stuff I already know I have and the stuff I know I'm gonna need for this week and write it all down in this little meal plan journal that I have that my roommate last year got me. And then so like this was all the stuff that I bought, obviously, and I just plan it out. I put like, hey, I'm gonna go to the gym on Tuesday, and if there's something like, I'm making crock pot stuff, so I said to like put it in the crock pot in the morning and stuff, and like the days that I work, so I know like how much time I have to prep on those days. But like I said, I try to prep a little bit beforehand. So what I'm gonna be prepping right now is, I think, the pumpkin pancakes, the quinoa chicken nuggets, and the bacon mac and cheese that I want to make this week. Because I'm making beef stew on Tuesday, but I'll just like put the stuff in the crock pot in the morning then. And then same thing on Thursday, I'm making chicken and dumplings, and I'll put the stuff in there in the morning then. And then Friday I actually have time to like make my dinner. So I really just need to meal prep 3 things. I actually like got the fresh ones instead of the frozen ones because I looked at the price per pound and it was cheaper for me to get, it's not loading, but it says right there that it was $1.23 per pound. So it was cheaper for me to get 2 things of these because they were also on sale than it was for me to get the big bag of frozen chicken. So I'm gonna start defrosting these for the quinoa chicken nuggets, and then I'm gonna make the pumpkin pancakes. Okay, that's over there defrosting. So I forgot to save this recipe, but I found this recipe for, also I'm watching Love Island, but I found this recipe for like pumpkin protein pancakes. Forgot to save it, and now I found it, so we're gonna make it. Pancakes cook and my chicken defrost, I'm gonna start boiling the macaroni for the bacon mac and cheese. I'm going to go ahead and throw in, I have to have 2 cups of cooked quinoa. So I'm going to prepare it to put on the stove when I take the pan with the pancakes off. So I'm gonna use 1.5 cups of non-cooked quinoa to get about 2 cups of cooked quinoa. Okay, so the quinoa is in a bowl and set aside. I'm still waiting on the chicken to defrost and for that to cool down for me to put into a Tupperware. So I'm gonna do some dishes for a couple of minutes and put them in the dishwasher in order to wait. Okay, I just got back to my great fam's house because we had a big little reveal tonight and I didn't take a little this semester, but someone in my Greek fam did. So went over there. It's now 10 o'clock, but I left the chicken to defrost the entire time. So now I'm gonna start making the chicken. Okay, so it is 11:04 now. I've probably been done cooking for maybe like 15 minutes. Probably longer actually. So overall tonight to cook 3 meals, it took me about a half an hour now actually, and then it's probably like 2 hours total I think to cook 3 meals for the week, which is really good. Really isn't bad, especially because those meals are gonna last me multiple days. Like it's not just gonna be for one evening. So yeah, but I'm gonna start getting ready for bed because it is Sunday night and I do have class in the morning. And I'll show you guys how I start eating for the week tomorrow. Okay, it is now Monday. I'm speaking quiet because a lot of my roommates are still asleep. But today in my meal plan, I'm eating the pancakes that we made yesterday. I'm gonna put these in the microwave and start preparing them. Alright, so it's Tuesday. I just had lunch, which was part of the bacon mac and cheese from yesterday. So I'm out of that now. But I'm starting dinner. I'm gonna be making a beef stew in the crock pot. So this will like yield a lot of like stuff. So I will have it not only for tonight for dinner, but also for multiple days throughout the week, especially when I work later on in the week. So we're gonna get this started. I was supposed to eat quinoa chicken nuggets tonight and I'm not really feeling that not tonight, but for lunch today, I'm not really feeling it. So I'm actually just gonna have like a piece of toast, I think. And that's something I do want to talk about is like, you might have a meal plan and like I'm somebody who likes having that structure, but at the same time, like if you're not feeling something, it's okay to like switch it up or like cut it out, change it, stuff like that. And so really the only things that I'm doing, I'm only making like 2 more meals outside of the things that I've already made for this week. I'm gonna show you guys how I make some chicken dumplings in the crock pot tomorrow. Pretty much it. So, like I said, I'm having beef stew tonight, so I'm really not gonna show that again. I'm beef stew tonight, I'm having cereal in the morning. Probably not gonna show my cereal because I don't really put anything on it. I know some people like dress it up all cute. I straight up just pour cereal out the box with milk and that's about it. I never add anything to it, so I'm not gonna do that. And then beef stew tomorrow, and then like I said, I'll show you tomorrow how I make my protein shakes and my chicken and dumplings because those are the only new things frankly that I'm making. Anyways, it is 2:10 on a Wednesday and I need to leave in just a few minutes to go to Newslink to help somebody produce tonight. So okay, so I didn't really want to talk about it before because it was 9 a.m. and like we had a friend sleeping on our couch. So I didn't want to talk while I was making the food this morning, but as you guys saw, I made my chicken and dumplings this morning. Essentially what I did in the morning, because it has to cook on high for 4 hours at first, is I took 4 chicken like breasts and put them in the crock pot, poured chicken broth over them, and then I put in some vegetables and pepper, salt, and I put in basil leaves just because I wanted to. And then you let it cook on high for 4 hours in your crock pot, and then you add, I actually added biscuits. That's what you guys just saw me cutting up and adding in as the dumplings. You can make your own dumplings, but a lot of people just use biscuits because it's a lot easier than trying to make your own. So that's what I did, and then it has to cook for like another hour to an hour and a half. Then it's ready to serve. Hello, so it is Friday and I'm actually hopping on here to tell you guys, I kind of touched on this earlier in this video, but I just wanted to reiterate the fact that meal plans and just making plans and schedules for your week are great, but you do not have to follow them to a T. The reason I'm stating this tonight is because I, planned out breakfast and lunch and things get changed around. I went out for breakfast this morning with a girl so I could get some paperwork because I just got elected the VP of recruitment for the Panhellenic Council here at Ball State. I was at a meeting with her for like 3 hours this morning, and so I didn't make breakfast for myself at home. We went out for breakfast, and then tonight I'm actually going over to Sam's. So while I had planned to make steak quesadillas for myself tonight, I'm not anymore because I'm going to go and be with him. We haven't seen each other throughout the week. I know that it's like really easy to beat yourself up if you like switch up your schedule, because I used to do that all the time, and I still sometimes struggle with like going off of my schedule just because it makes me feel good to try to stay on it. But I'm convincing myself, and I want to obviously convince you guys too, that it is totally okay to not completely follow your schedule if you need to change it. These are not concrete things. These are things that we want to try, but sometimes things change, and that is okay. But I just really wanted to reiterate that today for some reason. That is all for this week's video. You guys obviously got a lot of insight as to how I try to plan out and shop and cook things throughout the week in order to alleviate stress, not have to try to make a fresh dinner every single night, just because with all of the stuff that I do, I would not have the time for it. And I know a lot of you guys probably wouldn't as well with you being in college. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, make sure to go ahead and like the video. Comment down below some of your easy meals or things that you want me to do in the future that you think would be beneficial for me. I have mentioned this before, but I hate meal prepping, so any suggestions that I get would be amazing. And I do respond to every single comment, so please leave me some to respond to. I also have all of my social media links in the description down below. If you want to message me on there, I answer all of my DMs as well. But that is it for this week's video, and I will see you guys next week. Yeah. 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 Yeah.